Hi fashion ladies, wearing a casual wear or a corporate wear has gone beyond just normal styling. It has become so stylish and fashionable. Right here in this video, I'll be teaching you how to make this stylish casual wear which could also act as a corporate wear. And if this sounds like something you're interested in, make sure to watch this video to the end, guys. Grab your popcorn and your drink, sit tight as we go into this tutorial. So I'll be making use of this pattern paper, and I'll be taking my vertical measurement 10 inches for my nipple point, 13 inches for the under bust, and my half length. I'll be working with 16 inches for the half length, and for the half length this varies based on what you want. And now I'll be going ahead to take my shoulder measurement. My shoulder is 15 divided by 2, which makes that 7.5. I'll be marking down 1 inches, and this 1 inches is for the shoulder slant as the shoulder is not straight. And I'll be marking out 3 inches for the neckline. Go ahead to make use of my ruler and connect this line, giving it this slanted shape so the cloth can rest well on the shoulders. Now I'll be going now to mark my armhole, round armhole, which is 7.5, and from here I'll be marking out that 7.5 which I mark on the horizontal. I'll be marking it down, and this will help me to achieve that perfect straight line. So I'll go ahead and measure out. Now I realized I made a mistake. I marked out 6.5 inches for my armhole length instead of 7.5. So I went ahead to make the correction and mark out the 7.5 and cancel that first line. Now I'll be working with this line. So I'll go ahead and take my tape rule and place it, taking out the midpoint of 7.5, which is 3.75, and right from that point which I've marked 3.75, I'll be going out by half an inch. And going out by half an inch is to allow the armhole to sit well. If you watch your front armhole, it is a little bit inside. Here I'll be taking the nipple to nipple point, and my nipple point is 7.5 divided by 2. I'll be marking out 3.75, which is almost in between 3.5 and close to 4. So go ahead and mark out a straight line. I'll be working with the Princess Classic dart. I don't just want the normal bustier dart, but this is a Princess Classic dart. And right from there I'll be marking out the midpoint of the 9 which I have measured, and the midpoint of 9 is 4.5. and go ahead and connect this line. I usually advise you use your curve. This makes it much easier. I don't have a curve, so right from here I'll be marking out 3.75, and I'll be going down by 3.75 to allow the bust to sit well. And right from the half length I'll be marking out half inch on both sides. Now go ahead and connect this line right from that point which you've marked down from your bust to the line which you've marked down on your half length. I'll go ahead to the armhole, and right from here I'm marking out half inch on both sides. I'm trying to create an armhole dart, as this would allow this Princess Classic dart sit so pretty. And if it's a normal bustier dart, you take normal bustier Princess dart. Remember, you could take more than half an inch. And like I said, I'm working with the Princess dart, Classic dart, and right from here I'll make sure to give this place a curve. So I'll just go ahead and make a curve on that side. Now I've marked out 1 inch. I'll be marking out the 1 inch which I've marked out from as the dart. I'll be marking it on this point, and this is necessary so that you don't go short of fabric, because that 1 inch which you've taken for the dart, you have to replace it unless you'll be short of fabric. Now we'll be creating the new armhole. I'll go ahead now and take my horizontal measurement. My bust is 36 divided by 4, which is 9, plus the 1 inch which I've marked for that, make it 10. Down to my half length, my waist is 30 divided by 4, which is 7.5, plus the 1 inch which I have marked out for that. I'll be replacing it. You have to replace your inches you've taken for that. If yours is more than 1, make sure to replace it. So go ahead and connect this line. Now we're done drafting the front. I'll be going ahead to take my neck depth, and I'll be working with 3 inches. So I'll go ahead and create my neckline. So I worked with 3 by 3 inches for my neckline. So I'll go ahead and cut out the pattern which I have drafted for the front. After I'm done cutting, this is what I have, and this is what your pattern should look like. You can see this is already giving you a princess classic dart bustier. Going to the back pattern, I'll be working with this. I'll be taking my shoulder, which is 7.5, coming down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope, also drafting on 3 inches for the neck line. Go ahead and draw the shoulder slope, and I'll also be coming in down by 7.5 for my armhole depth. Now for the back, I'll just be working with the nipple point measurement and the half length. You don't need the underbust because your back is flat. So from here, I'll come down and draw the straight line so I could create my armhole curve. And I'll take the midpoint of 7.5 as usual, which is 3.75. So you go ahead and create your armhole curve. So now for the back, I don't want the depth to be too wide. So I'll be coming down by 1 inch. From here, I'll also be taking my nipple to nipple point to create my dart, which is 3.75, and I'll also mark the same thing on the half length. Now you draw a straight line. Right from on this point, you don't come down by 1 inch because, like I said, the back is flat. So I'll go ahead and mark ½ inch on both sides and connect that line right from the nipple point down to the half length. You don't need to come down by 1 inch since this is the back. Now I'm done. I'll proceed to taking my bust measurement, which is 9, my round waist, which is 7.5, plus the 1 inch which I've taken for the dart. I'll be replacing that. So now we are done. Now I'm done creating the back pattern. Now for the zip, I used 1.5 inch, and right from this 1.5, I'll be going inward by ½ inch on the waist, on the half length, and this is to remove any zip bulge at the back because the back is a little bit inward. So now I'm done creating this is the back pattern. I'll go ahead and take the round measurement of the back. I have 3.5 after taking the round measurement from the back, and I'll be doing that on the front. Right from the front neckline, I'll go inward by ½ inches based on what depth or how wide you want your collar to be. For me, I want it to be 1.25, and I want this opening to be as low as 6.5 inches. And right from that 1.25, which I've marked outward, I'll draw a slanted line to meet the 6.5. Now I measured 3.5 inches from the back, and I'll be marking out the 3.5 inches which I've measured for the back. I'll be marking it out. I'm marking it out on this front pattern. As you can see, the way I placed my tape rule, it must be a little bit slanted. Don't place it in a straight manner. Place it a little bit slanted. And I want it to also, don't forget, I said I want my collar to be as wide as 1.25. I'm measuring out the 1.25 and also measuring out the 3.5 inches. Then I'll connect it this way, and this is what we'll be having for the collar. Built up neck collar. Now I don't want the front shape to be straight. I want to give it a little bit of curve, so I went ahead to give it my desired curve, and this is what I want it to look like. Yours can differ based on what you want, and this is what the final look looks like. Now we are done with the front and back pattern. You can see now we have to correct the back neckline. Just place the front on the back. This is necessary to trim out the neckline of the back so it could sit or conform well with the front. So I noticed I need to take out ½ inches after I placed it. So I went ahead to take out the ½ inch, and if you can remember, I went outward from the front neckline by ½ inch. That's the same thing by taking out that same ½ inches. So let's go down to the skirt part. For my hips, I'll be working with 9 inches, and my new length, which is 25 inches, and my full length, I want the gown to be as long as 35 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark this out, and I'll connect those lines with a ruler, giving it a straight horizontal line. So go ahead and measure. I'll be taking out my waist measurement, which is 7.5, plus 1 inch for the darts, which I have 8.5. My hips divided by 4 is 40 divided by 4, and I have 10 inches. And based on how I want my pencil skirt to look like, I can't cope wearing something that is too tight, so I just went ahead to remove 1 inch. So I have 1 inches from the hip. I have 9 inches. You can go as far as moving 2 inches if you want just to be so perfect. You want it to be so fitted, you could go ahead and remove 1.5 inches, 2 inches. But for me, I just went ahead to remove just 1 inches because I don't want it too fitted. So I want it to look just a little bit fitted. So now I'm done. I'll just go ahead and trim out the pattern which I've drafted. At this point, I'm done cutting out the drafted pattern. I proceed to drafting out the back pattern, and for the zipper allowance, I think 1.5 inch. Just go ahead and place your front pattern which you've drafted, place it right from that 1.5 which you've marked from the zipper, and just cut out the same pattern. It's still the same measurement you are using. The only difference is just that you have marked out 1.5 inches for your zipper, and now we have the skirt part for both for the front and for the back. And right here from on the zipper of the back, I'll be going inwards by 1/2 inch, and like I said, this is to remove any zip bulging. So I'll go inwards by 1/2 inch and draw the slanted line this way at the back, because your back is fully not straight right from your half length to your hips. So I'll go ahead and trim that out, and this is what I have. After you're done trimming this out, this is what your back pattern should look like. We've come to the end of this video, and thank you for watching this video to the end and sticking with this drafting pattern. Stay tuned guys, as I'll be dropping the sewing tutorial right here on my channel, and I still remain your fashion, beauty and DIY channel. Love you all.